right? And so what ended up happening, like, so we have the podcast, we have the live streams, we have the 10K live coming from that. We have the community, the free community, and then we have membership in the community, and then we have clients afterwards, right? And what was taking place was that my old way of meeting people was I would start off with the podcast, and that would lead us to have some coaching conversations that would then take us over to clients, right? So we just kind of like skipped everything over. And now it's like, oh, we're having a podcast. You can come on a live stream. Like there's different steps along the way. And I think if I was gonna, now that I'm saying this all out loud, like I can see the journey that people come on with me. It's like we have live streams that lead to community, that lead to memberships, that lead to becoming a client, and that's kind of the journey. All right, that's the journey there. Like it's fun. Like when I put it that way, it feels like really straightforward. Inside of the live streams now, we have podcasts that like the round tables that I was doing. I used to do it in a podcast format. Now the podcast is actually um a byproduct of the live stream. And it always was. Like it wasn't like I just had like an audio only podcast. I was always doing on YouTube and like and on I was creating content from it the entire time. But I was thinking of it as a podcast first. Whereas now I think of it as a live stream show, a daily show that we take that happens in here. And so in my mind, I now see like, oh, and this is where I was trying to piece all these different pieces together, right? And you might have something for yourself where you might be able to see the end vision, but it has a lot of different pieces in it, or you're not sure how all the things line up. Alternatively, you might be in a place where you're like, I just see like what's right in front of me. I don't know where this all could go, but I see what's right in front of me, and this is what needs to get done here. So hopefully, in me sharing out some of these things, it gives you a chance to look at what you're creating from a different light as well. I'm realizing today I'm looking at myself a lot. I'm noticing me a lot rather than talking to y'all. So let me get myself back into the game here. So what I what's come what I had what I'm trying to say is what I learned from the conversation with my peer is that I ultimately have a very simple client journey. We meet on the live stream that leads to the community, that leads to the membership, and then that leads to working with me and the client, either one on one or in a group. From the live stream like materials actually go into the community, and the community people impact the live stream. So I'm looking and I'm talking to the people inside the community, and that's helping us build better, like more relevant materials and talk about more relevant things inside of our live streams. And then or on I don't even want to say live stream, like on the Outliers Edge like daily show. And it goes back and forth, right? They're informing each other. On the other side of it, we also have the content that comes out. So like I'm creating 10,000 minutes of live streaming, but that's actually 10,000 minutes of content, right? I like to say thought leadership, because content, I get content, right? There's something in it. And I would say like when I'm like interviewing someone, that feels more like content, but if you're paying attention, it's actually experience leadership rather than thought leadership. I'm like leading through the experience. So regardless of how we choose to look at it, these are my semantics around it that help me feel aligned. Uh, each live stream is an additional second of what can be repurposed in content, and that content can be go out in the world in a lot of different ways, from written to audio to video to written audio to graphics to all these different ways. And so the conversation with my peer, like I was getting like I actually just feel like in this moment, I can feel how less complicated this whole thing feels to me. I might be talking about it in a lot of different ways because I can see it in my mind's eye, and I'm trying to see how I can paint that picture for you. And I'm like, oh, what if I just have a picture to give you next time? But what I found is like, oh, we'll create the content. The content is going to live underneath all of this, right? And we'll build. Right now, we just need to get the content live. We just need to, sorry, not live. I shouldn't use that word here. We just need to get it out into the world, right? And let's not worry about optimizing it. Let's not worry about editing it. Let's just get it out first. And then once that's done and we've established the processes and the principles around that, then we can go out to improve it. And I would say that's kind of like the content arm from the live stream, right? We have that. So we're delivering it live. There's no editing in here. There's no scripting involved. We're delivering it live. And then we have the recordings of all of the live. And then we just go and deliver that out in digestible chunks. Let's say that like that's first, like across multiple different platforms and different variations from written to, there's many different ways that we can get across. Let's say that that's the first chunk. Then we have the next chunk, which is really the community and the community, basically the community and membership, right? So this all exists inside of school. And so in that chunk there, that is really around making sure that each of you have an incredible experience, getting to know each other inside the community, co-creating with each other inside the community. I've been trying to find like the right words to describe the Outliers Edge school space. I was calling the Outliers Edge movement, but I was like, it's too, that space is too static for it to be the movement. It's where the people of the movement go, but it's not the movement. And that's something I'm like, it's actually interesting. I'm talking about activity. It's like, oh, because there's movement involved in it. And so what I'm seeing there is now we have a space where we have the movement taking place, and sorry, we have a community. There it is. There's a community where the outliers can all go in and just be a part of the community. And if they want in that same exact platform, that you can choose to come and work with us. Like you can come become a member and you get access to private sessions, and like semi-private sessions that we offer just for members. We have an annual retreats. Like you get access to all those things here, and you basically get to go deeper with us, which is fantastic. And then for some people, it's like, hey, there's too many people in the room, or I'm playing at a level where I need a more curated room, and that's where we have the group level and also the one-on-one. All right, and so we have that's kind of fun. It's like we have the live element of thought leadership or experience creation, and underneath that we have the repurposed content component. Both of those things lead to the community element, and underneath that we have the paid membership version. And both of those things from there, it then leads to becoming a group client or a one-on-one client. That's kind of the game that I play. That's fun, by the way. I can visually see that right now. If I was good at creating these visuals, I'll just like make it right now in front of you all. But that's not my game. Hey, glad to see that you've come to join us on the live stream here. Leave a chat. Let us know where you're from, what's going on right now, and be happy to incorporate you as you can. So this is really now what I'm finding is that all this all that is taking place is because I was no longer tied to having to get it right the first time. I was no longer tied to seeing the entire thing from A to Z right off the bat. Instead, we started out with 10,000 minutes, and I'm like, oh wow, that's a lot of time. I have to just start. And each time I do it, I'm finding out something new, and I'm finding a level of freedom with it. And so when my peer came to me and said, "Hey, like right now, you just want to get activity out on everything. You want to make sure your content is out on every single platform that you wanted to be on, and then we look for engagement." I realized that like that was the unlock. That was the unlock that I was experiencing even here in live. Right? It's like I just needed to hit record first. And when I hit record, I was like, oh, I can have a QR code, or I can put in a banner. Oh, like I can bring other people on. Oh, this feels nice, so on and so forth. And I started to figure out how do we go and move that into a place where people can be more engaged. Then we have the recordings, and it's like, okay, well, let me just get it out into the world first, and just be happy that it's out there. And then after it gets out there, then we can go and talk about what does it look like to edit it even more, rather than just clip or clip it. What does it look like to get like better SEO, or change the headlines, or test thumbnails? Like all those things, I got to go and experiment with. And so that's now increasing engagement. Same thing with the community, right? Like, let's just get the community going. We'll have posts in there. We'll have conversations that are unique to that community space. And then we get to say, how do we increase the engagement? Well, that's where the membership comes in, right? And same thing with the coaching. And when it gets to the client stuff, I think it looks a little different, but like it is essentially the same. Get it started and then improve it. Get it started and then improve it. And so that has been leading to just this awesome feeling right now, this awesome feeling of freedom, of getting into things, and growing from there. And so I wanted to come and share it with you all. It's funny. I note to myself that part of me is like, oh wow, this is really just you like sharing out. You're not like actually like teaching. And a part of me is like, should I be teaching more? Should I be bringing that in more? I'm gonna play with I know that this conversation right now, as it currently stands, I feel complete in it, and I don't want to go and make it any longer than it is. I feel myself like looking at the time, but let me see what I can do to make sure I don't look so hard next time. Um, there we go. I just full screen myself, so it's a lot harder to do that. But I know that this conversation is complete as it is, and I want to invite you to essentially, I want to invite you to just get started. There's a level of what this will be, what will happen once you do it. You're seeing me actually in the process. As I said earlier, I did hundreds of podcast conversations. It's just this. It's the repetition. It's the iteration. It's getting better each time along the way. I finally remembered to bring water into one of these calls. Like, oh, my voice gets dry. So there's these things that take place, and I'm just really excited for the activity that comes out of this. And I think that like Papa Niiamah recognizes the stability that comes once you're actually in motion. It's like you can move a car that is actually in motion, but it's a lot harder to do it when it's stopped. I've been trying to do too much for when it's stopped. So now I'm going to ask you here, we'll end this conversation on this note here. Where in your world right now are you waiting to have every single step laid up? Are you looking for perfection right now and trying to see what it needs to look like when you actually achieve it, as opposed to just starting to take action and allowing yourself to get activity in there so that you can start getting the data to then go and level things up from there. We'll play these things out more in the ongoing conversations. Know that I'm appreciative of you. Until the next time we talk, actually, before I say that, I'd love to see you come and join us inside of the Outliers Edge community. And you can find us over at school.com/outlier or outliersedge.com/guild. That will take you into our community, and we can go play from there. Um, hmm, Something just clicked in my mind where I'm like, oh, maybe the whole thing is just a guild. Well, we'll figure it out. Anyway, thanks for being here. Thanks for playing, and I will see you at least tomorrow, if not later on today. Until the next time we talk, be you on purpose. Journey on. I just realized that I'm not in the screen where I can end any of the live stream. So now, journey on. Be well.